What's going on, guys? So welcome to West Virginia Hatfield McCoy trails, things that nobody tells you about the trails. So for everything else, there's a ton of info on the web and the YouTube videos, but this is just things that we kind of learn as we go, and we want to share it with you. We're going to be talking about a scam that is going on the trails, and you got to watch out for that. And trail conditions, single track is for my dirt bike riders, some of the safety tips that we kind of like implement now, and a little bit of the how we prepare to go into the trails to minimize troubles and stuff like that. So let's get in it. Okay, so let's start by trail conditions. If it's dry, it's gonna be dusty as hell, guys. So I recommend you guys get a face shield or a face mask or some sort of respirator, because breathing all that dust is no fun, and sometimes you can't even see on those trails. Like if you're riding behind a four-wheeler or a side-by-side, just leave your space, because if you're following too close, you cannot see. I almost ran off the cliff a couple of times for following too close on the dust, and that would have been bad. So in my opinion, I like it better when it's raining or when it rained before, but that also increases your danger level. So everything's gonna be muddy and slippery. Some of the rocks are slippery, especially if you're on a side-by-side. Remember, side-by-side, there is a misconception that side-by-sides are safer. They're not safer, they're more comfortable. But if you're going down the cliff, you can't just jump out of it. On a four-wheeler, on a dirt bike, you will be able to just let it go. You might grab a tree or something, and you might be better off with that. That's also goes as side-by-side, the most dangerous. Four-wheeler next, dirt bike next. Now they both got pros and cons. On a dirt bike, you might get hit by somebody else, so that also increases danger level. So it depends. But when it comes to cliffs, side by sides are gonna take the win for the most dangerous. On the curves, you gotta watch out on the curves, because we are guilty of this. We sometimes are rolling through the turns, and there's some blind curves where you can see another fast rider is coming. We had close calls. We never really had an accident. Nevertheless, to say it, watch out on the turns. Crashing into an incoming machine might end your fun really quick. So keep in mind of that. Single track. This is for my dirt bike riders. These single tracks are no joke. These are the kind of hard enduro type of trails. We got a beating the last time we went in. It was fun, but it was really hard to get out of it. And I think that if you are a novice or you don't have a lot of experience riding, you might get in trouble there. You might either get hurt or might not be able to get out on your own. You might have to call somebody to get your dirt bike out or something. Or if your whole group is not on the more experienced type of riding, you might be biting more than you can chew. So be aware of that. Do your research on the trails before you even get in it, because once you're in there, you're hit. On the roads, remember, there is locals that are going to work, are going to hospital, they're going to get food for the families, etc. So be kind. If you can keep up with the speed limit, just move over, let them go by, get back on the road. Don't be an asshole and keep them there until you get to your destination. Remember, this is not a home. We just go right there. We have the privilege of going there, so be kind with the locals. They deserve the respect. So always carry some sort of tools, or at least the basics that can get you out of some trouble, like zip ties, wire, basic tools, air pump, plugs, stuff like that. At least extra parts that might break. The most I see side-by-sides and ATVs have the most issues because the trails are really rocky, and they're gonna take a beating. The machines are gonna take a beating. So Dirt bikes, they're not that much. They don't suffer that much because you can be avoiding most of the bigger rocks, and they're a lot softer to ride. But be prepared on that type of stuff. It might break down. Have a contingency plan. Also, if you're going for a couple of days, we usually take a bunch of tools and parts because we're gonna be working on the machines at night after we come back from the ride. Like I said, they take a beating. Most of the time they're gonna need some sort of repair. If you're riding solo, there is recovery companies, so I recommend you get the information in case you need them while you're in the trails. And signal, there is no signal in there. Like most of the time you're gonna be off the grid. So there is spots where you can get service, but it's very minimal. Remember, you're in the mountains, and some of these cliffs are big. So if you're riding solo, you also should probably leave some information on the place that you're staying, to where it will facilitate the way to locate you if in case you actually have an accident or you go down a cliff and you can call anybody and you hurt. You don't want it to happen, but it will be nice to be prepared for that, you know. So just to have the emergency crews have an idea of where to search for you. On the scam, there is a scam going on. Apparently, if you break down, there is a group of riders that will pull over and offer you help. Now, let's be clear with this. 99% of the riders that pull over to help you are there to actually help you, and they're not gonna ask for anything in return. But there is a group of riders that offers you help, and then once they help you, they ask for money or they won't let you leave. Like one of our friends actually was victim of this. They broke down. This group of riders stopped and helped them, and they asked for $1,500 to let them leave. So after a couple of hours of dealing with them, he told them that he couldn't get the money, so they left with $150. That doesn't mean that somebody else haven't paid for it. So be careful. I don't think they will be stupid enough to try this on big groups. But if you're riding just by yourself with your family in the same machine or a couple of machines, if it's a big group, they might try to do this. So you just got to be aware of that. If is this just a misunderstanding and this is the service that they provide and they're watching this video, I think they should let them know up front that you're charging for your service before, so they can agree to pay for it. That's the obvious thing to do. If this is the case, I don't know. And this was our friend, and we heard from somebody else that actually was in this situation too. So watch out for that. Or if someone offers help, ask them first if they're gonna charge you for something. So you're aware they have to pay, or just decline the help, you know. So watch out for snakes. There's snakes. Don't be sitting on rocks or crawling over rocks and stuff like that, because most of the time there's gonna be a snake in there, and they have rattlesnakes and what's it called, copperheads, and I don't know if they have any other type of venomous snake, but you gotta be careful. So watch out for snakes. Bears, we haven't encountered one, but black bears usually are not gonna mess with you if you don't mess with them. So keep your distance, let them go by, then keep going your way. Most of the time they're gonna walk away from you. All the fun you can have is gonna depend on you. You're the one making the calls, you're controlling the machine. It's gonna be your responsibility if you get hurt or not. Most of the time, if there is an accident, injured or death, is rider's mistake. So remember, you're not the only one in this trail. There's more people around you. So be kind, be respectful, and just enjoy the ride, because we do. It's a blast, guys. So if you're just watching this video just to find out if you want to go, you have to do this trip at least once in your life, if you have the chance. And I'm just gonna leave you with some highlights of our last trip.
Yeah. We going through the summer. We going through the summer. She wanna turn up with me.
¿Esa es 150?